Hello, Pisces. Thank you very much for tuning in to this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using the Bonefire Tarot by Gabby Angus West. Supportive Oracle cards, Wisdom of the House of Night. And on the back here, right above the barcode, is who created them. But if you look them up on Amazon, you'll easily find them. Okay, what do we have for Pisces? Okay, I have a feeling this is going to be one of those situations where you might have to stand up for yourself or come to terms with what you really want. There's some type of evaluation, self-evaluation we're heading towards. I don't think this is bad. I think this is really good, but it might be changing your direction in the long run. Let's start from the beginning just to make this a little less confusing. Going into the situation that we're dealing with, you got the Three of Wands. You're making a choice to move forward on what you want to do. You got a plan. This is what you want to do. There's where you want to go. You're stepping forward and actually taking action on this. This is good. There's a lot of passion driving you forward on this. So what's actually happening is High Priestess of Water is what's actually happening, which is telling me there's divinely inspired action. Water is an action, water is emotion, but still, that emotion for Pisces, that's what's actually pushing you forward. You're inspired, you're excited, you're going forward. You're making something happen, but I'm also seeing you're getting a lot of resistance over here. I don't know if I have salt on my... There's something gritty here. Where did that come from? I don't know. I've done a couple readings on this table today, so where that salt came from, I don't remember throwing salt, but okay. We're going to blame the cat. All right, so whatever you're started with, whatever you're getting into, you're very passionate. You're actually moving forward. You're making something happen. Now, there's this energy of the forbidden in the environment, which makes me feel like this is somebody else kind of like questioning, like, what are you doing? Somebody seems to be like pushing you back a little bit. Somebody seems to be looking at it like, well, how long is that going to last? It's almost, I feel like someone's almost looking at you kind of like, yeah, well, it's nice for now. We'll see how far you get. One of those things. So, I don't think this is stopping you though, because I see you taking off, but I don't see you having people like somebody's at least. There's at least one person that's kind of like, well, we'll see where it goes. They're not really assisting you. They don't seem to really believing in the situation. But I see you continuing forward with the Fool card. I don't know where all this salt came from. It's kind of strange. I literally have done... This is not the first reading I've done today. I'm kind of... Whatever. I don't know. When I'm feeling your energy go forward next, you got the Fool card. You're continuing on. You still have the momentum with the excitement. You're continuing forward. But I'm noticing, like, every time I go towards the salt, I am thinking about the Forbidden card. Every now and then it feels like somebody might kind of throw you off for a second, but then you'll get back on point and you'll keep going. People might be kind of shaking your tree a little, but I don't see, like, anybody stopping you from going forward to where you want to go. As you keep going forward, I do see you're getting some support. Some type of support. The farther you go, the stronger it gets. Because High Priestess of Earth in your environment is making me feel like somebody's kind of looking at this kind of like, well, you've been spending some time at this, and, you know, it looks like it's a good thing. I wonder if there's something I can do to help. Because they're like, not only seeing that you're sticking with it, but they're excited. They're like, they want you to have this. They want this to work out for you. They're hoping this goes. This might be a different energy than the Forbidden, just to be fair. Could be the same, could be different. You got to take it with a grain of salt based on what you're dealing with. Now, when this comes into play, you start to get support in the situation. You got the Eight of Coins coming in, the Page of Coins supporting you. Even though you're getting some support, it's not overwhelming. It's just kind of like helping you along, making things easier. But then the Moon card shows up in the environment, and I'm not really sure if we like that. Because it's almost like, I feel again that people are questioning how far this is going to go. People seem to be causing a little bit of an issue here. But the Eight of Coins in this deck, I like this Eight of Coins in this deck. It's a lot going on. You have a lot going on, a lot you're bringing forward. And what I feel is happening here is you have a lot coming together with whatever you've started, however far you've gotten it. What this is basically saying is it's time to reevaluate. Are you still enjoying it? What is your end goal, and what have you got so far? You've got self-worth with the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords is on your side. Don't get caught up in the gender. But what I'm really getting with this is it's asking you, are you enjoying it still? Or do you feel like you're just trying to keep up with it, trying to keep it going? Because it seems like at this point it's expected. It's time to just look at a situation and decide if you want to keep it going or not. Sorry, my cat's over on the side here. There's a lot of distractions in this video. Do you want to keep the fire burning? Do you, though? You've gotten it this far, and you have the support, but, like, you're starting to change your mind is what I'm getting. It's almost like I've gotten a lot that I want from this, but it's starting to become a little draining. I'm starting to feel like I kind of would like to do something else, or I want to break, is what I'm getting here. They're saying don't let other people push on you what they expect or whatever. Other people are other people. What do you want? Because I'm getting at this point, if you want to take a break or if you want to put it to the side for now, then they're saying then do that. But if you want to like just put it on pause and come back to it later, then set it up for that. The situation, I feel like there is more success that can come from this situation. I feel like it's getting to the point where it's so busy that it's kind of draining you. It's becoming overwhelming. You might even want to like lessen your connection to it. It's almost like if this is something you're doing, like for example, if you're working out. I don't know why we're going there, but if we're doing that. Say you started working out and you got pretty deep in it and you're doing a lot to it, but you're like, it's starting to become tedious and a bit much. Just changing it up or even lessening it. For example, I know people who, they get gung-ho on working out. They can go like an hour and a half, and they're constantly doing that every day. It might actually be a wise decision to bring that down to maybe a half hour, 45 minutes for them, I would say, because then they still keep the benefits they want from it, but it's lessening how much they do. It opens things up. I know some people that kind of do the every other day thing, or they do a half hour a day, things like that. It's kind of like you have to evaluate what you're doing. The Queen of Swords with the self-worth is like, you got to decide, don't look at this the way somebody else is looking at it. Don't look at the terms of success from somebody else's terms of success. Like, to have success, you have to hit this level, according to them. What makes you happy? You know what I mean? If you're, I don't know why we're doing the workout thing again, but if you're working out, and you're working out an hour and a half every day, but you're starting to dread it, but you don't want to really let go of the benefits you've been getting from it, maybe cutting it down to half, even if you're just going down to a half an hour a day, where maybe it's more of an intense workout, just half an hour a day, maybe that would revitalize things for you. Maybe if you switch it up. I know people who go from running to swimming to biking, and they change things up. Maybe you need to get involved in a sport. I don't know why we're so athletically driven right now, but I'm feeling it. For other people, I'm also seeing there's a side business with baking, which, what a dramatic difference. Somebody has a side business with baking. I'm feeling it very easily. It's just kind of flowing right in. But there's so many orders coming in that you're not having much time to enjoy life. They're saying start pushing back orders. Don't allow as many. Still keep it going, but maybe it's time to dial it back and just not accept all the orders. Like, you know, maybe there's 3 bar mitzvahs coming forward. I don't know what you would do for a bar mitzvah, but that word flew out of my mouth. There you go. Some type of events. Maybe they're just coming up with that. This is when these events happen. It's either take it or forget it. Maybe some of these you're going to have to let go by, and you're just going to be like, I'm sorry, I'm not going to be able to help you on this one. If you got to do that, but you're like, I could do this one and that one, but not these other 5, that's okay. You don't have to do everything just because it falls in your lap. And it's self-auditing this situation and realigning it to keep your joy in it. Whatever it is you're doing, you need to keep the joy in it. And I'm feeling like when the 8 of Cups pops in here at the end, it might be getting a little overwhelming. And they're like, you don't have to lose this, but you might want to dial it back to a point where you're happy. And it's not about what somebody else decides is good. It's about what you feel is good. Like if somebody else says you should be taking all the jobs you could get, or you should be doing everything you can do, that's them. That's their life. What do you feel? How do you feel? You know what I mean? If you self-audit it and you cut things down to a half or a little less than a half, are you still getting the benefit out of the situation that you want, that you enjoy? I feel like that's what we're trying to say with this. Like, don't let somebody else tell you their terms of what your success should mean. You need to self-audit and decide what your terms of success mean. Are you happy? Are you feeling burnt out? If you're feeling like you're doing too much and you're starting to feel burnout, you can dial it back and still keep your success at the level you're comfortable with. Don't let somebody else determine it for you. And that's what I think we want to get out of this, which I've probably said it 50 times. So hopefully that helps. I'm going to shut this down here. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.